So this is so-called a masterclass for you on a couple of your questions and about the assignment B, which was karate website. Now in my K drive Dreamweaver activities folder, I've got the master dash class folder. I'm going to use that as my root folder for the website. Outside my root folder, I've got one image called club logo. Now this is deliberately I kept outside the root folder because I just wanted to explain you how the relative link concept works. So for that purpose only I kept this image outside the root folder. Okay, you don't need to necessarily do this in final exam. So for a while the image is outside the root folder, that's fine. Inside my masterclass I've got images subfolder. Now in this images subfolder, some of the images like the chart, the club logo, and I think just a logo on there, these were provided to us by City and Guilds. So most of the things are ready-made. In preparation for assignment B, task A and B, some of the images like you can see the home image, cloud courses. I've just created one more image right now, which is sidebar image. Just quickly using Photoshop, I tweaked it. I mentioned it. Image size, you can see I kept it 200 by 400. So just to justify my storyboard here, side banner, I'm going to literally fill it with that image. Job done. Okay, so you can use Photoshop to prepare your images like this for your final exam. Then what I have in the folder is some of the buttons. You can use any website you prefer, or ideally you should use quickly Photoshop. It doesn't take too long. As long as you know the width and height of your images for the buttons, you can simply quickly go to Photoshop. Let's say width 200 by 30. Okay, I've got my shape there. I can simply use even gradient colors I want to. And I'm simply dragging the color here. Done. Use the text tool. Home. And you can just make it any size you like. File save for web. JPEG file in your images folder. Home btn. Done. Your button is there in your folder. So similarly, you have to just prepare 4 images or 6, depending on how you want to use. If you don't want to use Photoshop, then you can just go on websites. In fact, that process will be a lot longer because you can see how quickly we can do Photoshop buttons. So I can either use these buttons or the ones which I have already created for us. Now, if you go to Dreamweaver, first things first, I'm going to make sure it is under my sites menu. I'm going to define the new site. For the new website, depending on your final examination, you can give any name you like. So it is karate website, karate club. I can just write karate club. Define my root folder, whichever is my root folder is masterclass, and I'm done. Okay, but as long as I follow this process, in the files panel on the right, I will only see my website details for the project. Okay, it is quite essential you should do this process when you do the exam as well. I'm now going to define because I have already defined for you. So if I'll go to manage sites, I've got a label there called masterclass. And you can see for my masterclass site, I'm using activities master-class folder as my root folder. Okay, and master-class images as my sub-images folder. Later on, I'm going to show you FTP as well, but if you are designing site without remote information for FTP, you don't need to define anything else. Only define this local information and you should be okay. So for a while, I've just defined this information, done. You can see on the right-hand side panel, I've got masterclass site, which I just defined, and all my website folder contents accessible from here. If you finish this process quickly in literally a minute, most of your exam will be so smooth, because then there won't be any problem of hyperlinkings and missing links and dropping pages from the website and so on. So I've done this process now, and this is my welcome screen. I'm just going to launch a new page. On the new page, I'm just changing title. They will tell you in the exam what should be the titles. Literally, even they give the line numbers, the tag as well. Line number 10, sorry. Task C, number 10, ensure the title tag should read Karate Club Master. So pretty straightforward. Just go here, Karate. Make sure everything is followed case sensitive wise. Karate Club Master, enter. Quickly to verify, you can see here the title has been changed. Instruction number 10, task C, done. Okay, site is defined, so most of the instructions are followed here. Right, I'm going back to design view. Now here in the design view, if you don't want to do external CSS, that is also fine, because in the exam they don't mention all of you. It's only if you're confident yourself as a designer, then use it. If not, I can simply fulfill most of the instructions. Like the page should have this so-called light pastel color as a background color. Hyperlinks, or the text should be contrast, fair enough. Hyperlinks color should be dark blue. Visited hyperlinks color should be dark green. Okay, fair enough. Now all of these things without external CSS you can define for this particular page by using the page properties menu here at the bottom. So literally without even start designing of my website, I can simply give instructions here. All I have to do is go to page properties, text color, contrast color, just using black for a while. Background color, they said pastel color. In exam, they might give you the exact color values. If not, just use any pastel colors you like. By apply, I can see this is how contents are changing. They didn't give any instruction about background image and so on, so you don't have to worry about it. The body text in task C, they said the body text should be 16 points or pixels. So you simply send font size 16. If you want, you can set points. Font, they said any serif font. The serif means you can use any font which will give you a little edge. A Times New Roman or Courier or Georgia. They're all serif fonts. Okay. So see, even that instruction has been sorted here. On the left hand side on the categories, I can give further instructions about HTML appearance, links. All these links colors and all they're mentioning, we can even set it here. The links color in assignment B, they have mentioned it to be dark blue. So I'm just going to use link color dark blue. Rollover links means on mouse over, they haven't mentioned any color, but I'm just going to use any color I like. So when you don't have any instructions, the freedom is in your hand. You choose whatever you like. If they give you instruction, please follow that. Now, when they give you instruction, and if it doesn't look nice to your own eyes, don't worry about it. Okay? Not necessarily if you follow the instructions, the page will look wow and you will like it. Exam is not about whether you will like it or not. They have given instructions to follow. As long as you follow it, you're gonna get marks for it. Okay? So don't waste your time at all, please, to make it look more and more prettier. It's just gonna cause you more trouble in terms of doing it in time limit. Okay, so quickly just finish these things. Visited link color, they said dark green. Visited link dark green. Active links, they haven't mentioned color, so I'm just gonna use same as rollover. They haven't mentioned anything for the link font. Sorted. Headings, again in the category I can mention the headings. They have mentioned here headings should be 36 font. So if I'll use H1, it should be 36. It should be bold and italic. Okay, so bold, italic should be clicked. Serif font, again, I'm going to use same, Georgia. apply same settings for H2 if you're going to use H2 as well. It all depends on how you want to style it. Now, they haven't mentioned any colors for heading, so I'm just going to leave it by default colors. So I'm just going to keep them the same color as the body text, black color. Titles, they haven't mentioned anything, so I'm just keeping everything as by default. And if I just say apply and OK, in the code view you can see the embedded CSS is done for you. Now you are going to create a template from this page. So if you do this page as a template, all this CSS will repeat automatically anyways for every single page you create in future. So even if you don't do external CSS, it's fine. Okay, just use page properties button and finish most of your styling. There you go. So that's about styling titles. Now next part is about the meta tags you said. So meta tags, again, you don't need to call code view. Just stay in design view and under the common inserts panel, you have here option. Under the common, there's a head section here. So you simply go there, head, and you can select any meta information. So they have said here that you should have a meta description and designer name, insert your name. They haven't even mentioned keywords. But if you still want keywords, just select keywords. Let's say karate club, learn karate. This is additional. You don't have to do it because they haven't asked you keywords. But I'm just explaining you meta tags and how we do it. Okay? That's done. Description, go to the head, select description, simple box. Details of the description should be karate club homepage or something like that. They haven't given you instructions, so is whatever you select, you will get a marks. The marks will be there for adding it, not what to add. Okay, so again, don't get confused at all in exam for something if not been told to you. Just use whatever you like. As long as it is relevant to the web page or the website, everything will be reasonably accepted. Okay, that's description. Now if you go back to the head, there is just a meta information. Now here, because we don't have any instructions for how to add a designer, we have to go to the attribute, just use attribute name. The value of the attribute should be author or a designer. That's the value because that's what they said. And the designer content should be insert your name. So meta name equals designer and content equals you just write your name. So that's what they expect. Okay, adding meta names. The moment you say okay, you can verify in the code view. These are your 3 meta tags. Keyword, description, and meta designer, your name. Okay, as long as it's there, you will get full marks for this, right? Next section. The next part is actually constructing the page. They said about 95% should be covered. Fair enough. I'm just going to add a table now quickly. This is the design view. If we go to the common inserts, there is an option for inserting table. You just click on it, decide how many rows and columns you want. As per the storyboard, I'm going to have top header as single table with 2 columns. So all I have to do is here 1 row, 2 columns. Decide the table width. I'm just going to give 980. So if my computer resolution of my screen, resolution means if my monitor is showing me this width as about 1024, then if I'll use 980 as my table, it will automatically cover about 98 to 95% of my screen. Now I'm not going to sit there taking the ruler in my hand to measure. I'm just going to judge my eyes. So you have to judge your eyes. Okay? As long as I see it reasonably covers about 90% and 90% above, I'll be happy. Okay, so if it doesn't, you can make a trick. You can just change the resolution to 800, and if your table is 700 width, you're still showing 98%. So it all depends on how you're projecting your projects in terms of resolution of your screen. So if you're using divs, similar principle applies to that. I'm judging based on this, my screen resolution is 1024 as a width. So I'm keeping my table 980. Automatically it is about 97, 98%. Okay. And if it doesn't, if you still do trouble, and if you get lost, don't get scared. That will carry maximum 1 mark. Okay, you're not gonna fail because of that little 1 mark. And even if it looks good, I will still give you reasonable consideration, because this is not a point whether as an assessor I can judge your skill. I know you can do that, so don't get too carried away with this 95%. Okay. Right, padding, spacing, if you want to give, you give. If you don't want, keep it 0. This time I'm using table as a layout, so I don't need to show borders. Okay, so if I simply switch off borders, no header, so I'm using table for designing, so no headers, and simply apply. Okay, that's my table. In the properties, when the table is selected, you have properties for rows, columns, width, alignments. You can keep changing these values whenever you want throughout your project. Okay, so the way wrapper we do centrally align, I can simply centrally align my table by aligning center 10. Okay, so that's my table. First column, I actually want to insert an image of a logo, so you simply go to the Commons tab, use Insert Image, go to your folder. It should go directly to your masterclass images, and just use logo. Is this the logo they have mentioned in the exam, or this one? This is the logo? This one's the logo, right? The first one, the one I've selected, this one? Alright, let me just select that. It just asks alternate text. Make sure you add alternate text for every single image. So this is a logo of Karate Club. So I'm just going to write Karate Club logo. Okay. Logo gone into place. I said add any other image in the website if you want to. I don't want to edit anything here, so I'm fine. So far clear? Okay. Now my cursor is clicked outside, anywhere outside the table. You can see it's blinking there. At that point, you can simply click on table again. I'm going to keep same width so it exactly follows one by one. This table, how many columns we need? 4. Right, go Dreamweaver, 4 columns, 1 row, 980 width, everything else as it is. Okay. Align center, bang, it exactly goes under the first table. Right. We have 4 columns. We can select all of them by dragging. And here in the properties, there's a cell property section. Because I've highlighted cells, it shows me cells property. So I can change, if I add any text or image inside the cell, I can mention the horizontal and vertical position of my cell contents. So simply, I will show you the difference. Let me first add image, and then I'll explain you how it differs. First cell, insert image, select the image of home. Okay. Give a link, home button, or you can just write home link. Button goes there. Now it goes by default left align, right? So you can simply click inside the cell and change the horizontal position center, vertical position middle. Don't get scared, it just pushes the other cells because there is no contents. But the moment I go there, let me drag and select the remaining three. Give them horizontal center, vertical middle as well. And now, one by one in each cell, I'm going to add those images. So I've got an image for courses link, third cell, insert image. That's for the training times. All this headache is one time because we are generating template out of it. So just do careful design of the first, rest of the things will be automatically there. Okay, so I'm giving alternate text and all on time. Plus cell, insert picture. Is there any last button? Home, courses, training times, about us. About us link. Done. Now if you want to swap anything anywhere, you can simply Control X, click inside the cell, Control V, or you can simply select and drag it inside the cells like that. Courses in the third position. Done. Rearranging is done. Okay, so quickly save this. If something goes wrong, let me just save it as index.html. Where did it go? No, not in images. It should be here. Refresh your panel and you can see the index page has been added in your page. Finish the rest of the layout. Click anywhere outside second table. Insert third table. This time one row, two columns. Same width. Align center. Now, as per the storyboard, this is the third table, the large one. Inside that, I'm going to add another table for just a side image and another table just for the contents. So, as I'm into this third table, which has just two columns, in the first column, my cursor is inside the column right now, and I'm going to click on table again. This time, obviously not width 980. I will just shrink it to, let's say, 200 wide. I just need one row and one column. Okay. And that's my table inside the table. Okay. This is my second column. In the second column, I will insert another table, but this time I've still got 980 minus 200 width available. So even if I'll keep it 780, this time I need two rows, one column. I'm just putting all these things quick. Do you know why? Because I'm the one who designed the storyboard. So if you do your planning correctly, all these things shouldn't take too much time. I've just spent 5 minutes to draw this and decide my values. That's why my life is getting a lot easier. So this time which is I'm giving you today to prepare, this is what preparation should be. You should straight away know your box widths, heights, your image sizes, your button sizes. It should be planned. If you're not going to plan it and use this time correctly, no matter I give you 1 week or 10 weeks, you will still struggle. So please now progress and start utilizing your times correctly for your planning. Okay? So once you go there, 780. What happened here? That's oh yeah, there you go. Just click outside and it is sorted. Sidebar, I'm going to show that image. So inside this cell, insert image, add a side banner tags, image gone there. This is my next table, which has the 780 width, but obviously it is not having that much height because my second table is already having a height due to the image it has inside. But it's fair enough, we can tackle that issue later on. The second table, which is on my right hand side as per my storyboard, first row I'm going to show heading, just home page label, and the second row I'm going to show text. Both of them are there. So if I just go back, first row I will type home page, I can select it, format heading 1. It will automatically have that font's colors because we already styled it, so it's quick. Second row, I just need to go to the text files. This is provided to you in the exam, so you simply select this text, copy, go to your code, and in the second row right click and paste. You can select it. Format is paragraph, already taken, nothing to do. If you just want any line spacings or something, just add enter. And more or less things are there. Yes? So that's your home page done. Click outside anywhere. One last table, this time again 980. One row. We can have 2 columns. I can even hold on to this cell's divider or partition and drag it like that. In the first cell, I can click and insert, or I can just type email links. Is that what they say? Yeah, email link, just link. And the next it says insert a hyperlink from your links button with the target whichever they have mentioned. So here I will just write link, select the link, and in the properties panel the link target should be http://www.asa.org, enter. Done. Now you can use image as a button here as well if you want to. If you just want to use as a simple hyperlink, it's up to you. Your choice is there. I'm just using as a text hyperlink. Email link, you can simply select and highlight the email link. And in the properties panel, in the comments inserts, we have the option to insert email link here. So we don't even need to struggle here in the properties panel. Just highlight your content, go to the email link common inserts menu. The text we are going to keep same. The email link should be whatever the exam will provide you. Okay, so time being I'm using my own. In exam also, if they says use the email link provided by your assessor, then just use my email ID. Okay, you can simply use this as j@elad.org.uk. That's my email ID for ELAD. So you can use this ID as an email link in the event if they don't provide you. Like the website link, if they provide you email as well, then just use that. If not, use mine. Okay? So that's to add email link. Okay. Done. Now if you just want to push as per my storyboard, you can see I have decided earlier only that I want to show them on the right hand side. Fair enough. Go to Dreamweaver. select the cell, horizontal position, right. First cell, horizontal position, right. Select the whole table, align center, done. So if you look at it, let me just quickly save it, test it. And it should show me my page. Now I can understand you can do far more better, but I'm exactly doing 100% what's been told to me. Some instructions provided, some I'm using as per my choice. Very, very simple page. Now when I create the About Us page, only the heading will change About Us, the content will change, the rest will be there as it is. Okay. Now the next part I'm going to explain to you is actually creating the template. So if I'll go back to Dreamweaver, when you create template, you have to decide what should be the editable region. Means the region which you want to keep freedom to change afterwards. In our design, we don't want the header should change at all. Okay? We don't want hyperlinks to change. We don't want the image. Oh yeah, we want image to change, heading to change, and content. So only this part. For that, before you convert this page into the template, let's select this whole table. So you can just click anywhere, and my tag selector tells me this is a table inside another table. So what do you think? What should I keep editable if I want to keep both of these subtables as editable? Okay. So if I just keep the whole main table editable, I can simply go back, select the parent table, which will select everything else inside. Just select the target. Again, go to the Commons panel, and there in the list, at the bottom, second last, you have a templates option. Just click on it. As per the selected target, apply that target as editable region. So just click on that. Dreamweaver will automatically convert this document to a template file, so you don't have to do this separate as well. Just say OK. It asks you what should be the name of editable region. Even if you don't give, it's fair enough. If you're going to have 15, 20 editable regions in single web page, then it's advisable to give them correct names so you understand yourself. I can keep it common, or I can just give karate club content. It doesn't matter. You can just give whatever you like. Yeah. Or you just keep default, straightforward. When I say OK, you can see it adds the blue tab around my table. That makes the whole table in the center editable. Okay. Let me go to File. And this time I'm going to use option called Save as Template. Okay. Instruction is the template should be saved as the master. So this time I will just save as template. It will ask you for which website you want to create template, so it selects the site automatically. Just double check, you might have lots of sites. In the save as file name should be M capital master. I'm following smallest instructions. It should be M capital. Description karate club master template. Not compulsorily you have to give. More you give, more helpful for you. With these options, save it. It will update all the links. Fair enough. Just say yes. And in the folders, I can see the master.dwt file. In the exam, they say master.htm, but you and me, we all know it should be dwt file. So as long as I have these in your folders, you will get all the marks for template sections. Okay. Make sure it's present in everyone's website folder. And that is it, really. So we got the master page template ready, index page ready. Now let me close this template file as well. Now here comes the second part of your story. They will ask you to create page for the courses, about us, training times, right? Let me just quickly show you about us. All you have to do now is file, new page. This time not a blank page. You have to create a page from template. Which site? Masterclass. And create a new page from the master template file. This is a process you have to follow in future to create new pages. So if I select everything correctly and say create, site is there. What is the name of the page right now? Untitled, because you're actually creating a blank page right now. It's not just blank because we are creating it from a template. 80% of the things will be there automatically. Now in this blank page, header, navigation, footer, non-editable. So you don't have to even touch it. Only thing you have to make changes now is image. Change this is for about us. Go and open the about us file. Paste about us text here. If you have second image, just browse this image and replace it with this. I haven't got anything, but if you have anything, just simply replace it. Okay, maybe I can quickly create something from here. Let me just change it to black and white or something. Save for a web. Side banner. About us. Go to the Dreamweaver. Select the image. Change the source of the image to about us. Done. However it looks, it's fair enough. Leave that part. As long as instructions are followed, about us page is created. File save. Save this page as about us.html. Done. We got index, about us. Like this, you can finish the whole website. New page from template. This time change it to, what was the third page? Training times. Training times. In the contents, you have to actually add something here. Training times. Copy. Paste. Save. Training times.html. Done. New page. That's for courses. Select the content. Use the text provided. Save the page. Courses.html. All the 4 pages done in literally 2 minutes now because template is ready. The only thing is not working now is if I'll preview the page, the hyperlinks are not working. And that is because in the master template file, we haven't done the linking to the images. So now, you don't have to do all these links page by page. All you have to do now is go back to Dreamweaver. Let me close all of this so you will understand more clear. After finishing the pages, now I'm going back and doing the main navigation hyperlinks. Because my pages are ready, doing the hyperlink at the end is much easier. Okay, so to do the hyperlink, I'm simply going to templates folder, double click on master.dwt, Now here you can do more editable regions if you want, or add any HTML. This time I'm going to select home, which is an image, properties, add a link to the index page. Done. Now do you see the links are happening here? When you do this kind of linking through the master pages and templates, the first source of the links is followed with the two dots. This is called relative links. Relative links means now as a third-party visitor, I wouldn't know at all where is this images folder lying inside my website. If you just keep images /, then I know it's starting right from the root folder. So in my root folder, I have images folder, and from that the links are coming. But if you do the source like this with .. images, that time this is called the relative link. Means we don't know what is the root folder or where is this image folder coming from. At this time, this images folder can be outside the root folder as well, or it can be anywhere in the sub folders. So normally when you do with these template files, relative links will come automatically for your websites. Okay, and again, don't get too carried away. If it doesn't work, if it's still not understanding, you might just lose one little mark, but not much. If you're creating something from template, the relative links will automatically come. It is just to divert users from knowing where are your actual subfolders are. If you have this .. relative path, they will never know through the browser where is the actual source of the image. Okay, so a kind of little security. But the reason to show you right now is I'm doing hyperlinking, which is final part. Home connected to index, about us, connect with about us page, courses, link with courses, HTML, training times with the training times. Now look at the screen. This hyperlinking I'm doing for the buttons in which page? The template page. I'm not doing it in HTML page. You won't be allowed anywhere because it is not editable. In a DWT file, I'm adding these hyperlinks. So the moment I'll try and save my template again, what message it gives you? Update all files based on this template. So when we say update, only it's not updating the index page because index page is not generated from the template page. So maybe for index page, we have to do it ourselves. Okay, but other pages are updated. I'm quickly going to go and open index page, manually do for index as well. Which one is it? About us. Other pages has happened automatically, so don't worry about that. And training times. Save index page as well. Now if you preview, that's your site. Home, about us, courses, training times. Fully functional site with the headings, text, images, 2 hyperlinks, on rollover colors. Logo is there, 100% marks. One last job left. Everything is right now inside my root folder. So if I'll go to my folder, you just have to upload this whole folder to your FTP account. Now I'm going to use same FTP account. So all I have to do is site, manage site, my masterclass site, edit. So far we have a local information. If I'll go to remote, all you need as a final upload information is FTP host account, the directory, login ID, password. Now adding this information you all know. So I'm just going to simply say test my connection. And this information you can find under remote info. Just give this 4. Test. It says successful. Thank you very much. Done. The final hurdle, this is the local view of your site. In order to transfer this file from this your computer to the FTP computer, it's easy to see both sections together. For that, make sure you click on this tiny icon here, which is expand, to see the remote as well as the local files. So the last thing is, if I'll click on expand, I see my entire website here. On the left hand side I can connect, and it shows me my masterclass folder here. For you, you can just upload it on your root folder or public_HTML folder, whichever you have. Okay, all you have to do is take all the files, right click on them and put, because we are uploading. So when we put, site will be uploaded straight away. Once it gets uploaded, we just go online to my domain name, safeshieldinternational.com/masterclass, and when I hit that, I got my index page straight away. Yeah, site is uploaded on the left hand side, and this is the URL where it is live online. Homepage, about, courses, training, all done and dusted. You can test. Link goes to asa.org, which is the link provided by City and Guilds. Check email link. If it shows Outlook, that testing is done as well. Sorted. Copy the whole URL. Sorry, I updated wrong page. Test in another browser. This is Chrome. Let me test it with Explorer, because they expect you to upload and test as well with minimum 2 browsers. Make sure every single link works. So just click once you upload to see whether it is opening correct pages. That's Explorer. That's Explorer site. About us. All fine. Email link. All fine. And that is it. That's your full website with all the pages, buttons, images, CSS, and so on.